Hey guys, here I'm again. In this video I'm gonna do the brakes on my 2016 Mercedes. It seems like this is the season of brakes because a few days ago I did the brakes on my Nissan thinking my rear brakes are bad, but it turned out to be the front pads. They were bad. One of the caliper piston was not working right, so there was more wear and tear on one side of the pads. Today my Mercedes started making noise, so it seemed like it's coming from the rear pads, but I'm gonna end up checking the front and the rear. The lug nuts for the Mercedes are size 17, and those are not the nuts, these are actually the bolts. So German cars are a little bit different, so we're gonna go ahead and do that job. We're gonna jack it up, we're gonna put the safety stands, and we're gonna proceed with the job. So we're gonna check the rear ones first and then to the front ones. Okay, I want to share with you guys, those of you who want to do the brakes on a CLA 250 4MATIC. These cars have e-brakes. So to disengage the e-brake, what you got to do, you get in your car, you make sure the screen is at the mileage, and you see the parking was on in my car. I'll show you again. You see that park thing is on. So what we have to do, right here is the parking. If you pull it, it disengages the parking. So what it says, turn on the ignition to release the parking brake. So we're going to turn on the ignition, 1 and 2, that's the ignition, and we're going to pull the parking, and now the parking is off. So what we do, we turn the ignition back off, open up the door, close the door. Now it's back into the mileage thing, and we're going to press one time here, and here you see only your needles move. And what you're going to do at the same time, you're going to press the phone and the OK button. I have my phone in my hand and I can't do that, so I'm going to do that and show you. All right, once you do that, it gives you this option. What you're going to do, you're going to bring it down to pad replacement and then press on OK here, and then it's going to say move to fitting position. OK, so we're going to do move to fitting position. Now I just want to mention, many people show this to do it when they take off the caliper. Don't do that. What I like to do is to have the caliper mounted with the pads. Then I disengage the brake. When I go open up the wheels, I can open up the caliper easily. If you have the caliper open, I don't know if that's a right move to do, but for me, as a safety, as a precaution, I do it while the caliper is mounted on the pads. So let's go ahead and replace our pads. For safety, we want to put a stand. Got a stand. Now we're going to open up the wheel. So do it right. What we're gonna do, we can have number 13 socket, open up this and this. So I end up using my grip plier because the wrench that I had didn't fit, so I'm using the grip plier right now. This is all because of they have the electronic brake in the back, and the socket wouldn't fit good, else it would be much faster. This screws out. We're gonna loosen the bottom one. Guess I have to open up the entire thing. Okay, the thing is open. Let's see if we can move this. There it goes. This side of the pad have more meat than the other side. They look good. But since I have them, I'm going to replace them anyhow. And they would have lasted maybe like another year or two, but my other side was really bad, so I had to replace. And we'll see if we can push this back a bit, this piston. I was able to push the piston back using an old brake pad and C-clamp. It does the trick. We can have this thing cleaned. And for the pads, I use this disc brake quiet. This thing works like a charm. Spray on it, really good. And then just mount them back. And we're gonna grease the studs right here. We're gonna grease the bottom and the lower one, because those are the one responsible for the caliper to move in and out. You know, it gives space, so we're gonna grease them too. It's fairly easy if you install the top one first and then the bottom part to the, it just slides in much easier. Now everything is in. All we gotta do is to put this thing back on. Take our screws, we mount our screws in with the bolts. To grease these studs right here, all you got to do is to move this rubber and just grease them. Greasing is good because then you have no friction in there, and that's the important thing. Now we're going to use a grip plier and tighten up the screws or the bolts. That's done. So technically we're done with the brakes. What we're gonna do, we're gonna mount the wheel and then we're done. There's one last step to it besides mounting the wheel. I'm gonna show you. Technically, the one side of the brakes are done. The process is the same for the other side. I did the other side yesterday, but I couldn't record the video. So the reason I have to do the brakes on the other side, because one side of the brakes were almost gone, if you can see. Because on the other side, you see how much meat they have. They could have lasted another year or so. So regular maintenance is important. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take out all the safety equipment and bring the car down. But there's another step that, like I said, now to exit the fitting position, we're gonna click OK again. Fitting position has been exited. To confirm, click OK. Once we do that, now the car is back. It's to a normal operating. And we also gonna pump the pedal because we compress the piston. So our brakes are done. Guys, with this being said, I'm gonna end this video. I hope this video helped somebody somewhere. If you like my video, please go ahead and watch a few of my other videos. And if you prefer to become a subscriber, please do so. That's gonna help me tremendously. Your subscription, your views means a lot. It helps me grow the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm gonna see you sometime somewhere again. Take care. Bye-bye.